Hi, my name's Lilith and I'm with...
Harry from Harry's Half Hour.
How are you doing, Harry?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
You going to talk to me?
I am going to talk to you. What have we got going on?
What have you been up to?
Just working, really. Working. And I've also been getting a set together ready for my 10 of the Best debut on Sunday.
Yeah. Where is that again?
That's at the new Clarence pub on Charles Street.
What time?
It starts at 7:30 and it is free entry.
Ooh. Do you think many will turn up?
I reckon so. I think they do normally get a good turnout, and it is their sort of 1 year bash, 1 year anniversary bash / final gig at New Clarence.
I hope our listeners will come and they can meet us in the flesh, can't they, as well?
Fingers crossed.
And Harry's got a couple of clips from his last stand-up.
So it'll just be clips from certain jokes that I told on my last stand-up set.
Let's have a sneak preview now.
And then all of a sudden, they decide to walk in front of the road, just for a laugh. So you've got to actually drag them and make sure they get to school in one piece and alive. Then you get a bit further on, and you get to the front of the school where all the cars are dropping off. And the second type of parent, I call these the posh parent. So you've got the parent, lovely suit or lovely dress, usually Ralph Lauren. They drive a 22 Range Rover because they've got a nice high-end job at a solicitor's firm in city centre. Always clean clothes because they don't show the kids any affection. The dad checks the kid's hand and says, "I love you, son."
So we've got an interview to share with yourselves today.
Yeah, so I have been chatting with Mike Linwood, who organises the event, and he just basically goes on and says about how it all began, how it started, and the actual event, what's going on Sunday. Who have you been talking to this week, Lilith?
Oh, I've been talking to Phil Wilson from the Confessionals.
Ooh.
Yeah, we went down, didn't we, the other night?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was a good night.
It was, yeah. We'll try and go there next month as well. So if anyone's listening, hope to see you there.
That's it. So hopefully you enjoy listening to the two chats that we've had with Mike and Phil.
Thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Harry from Harry's Half Hour, and this is the Talk2me podcast. This evening, I do have Mike Linwood, who is one of the organisers of the 10 of the Best comedy nights that take part at the Clarence pub. How are you doing, Mike? You okay?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, good. So obviously, 10 of the Best comedy. Just for those that don't know, can you just give us a little background of how it started and how you sort of got around to coming up with the idea?
Well, I started doing comedy in 2020, just before lockdown. That was a good idea. And then I was in a group. So after the lockdowns and stuff, we started running some nights. And then beginning of last year, so March, April time, I had a bit of a falling out with somebody in that group. So I left. And then I wasn't planning on running anything. I thought I'd just go off and do some comedy like everybody else normally does.
Yeah.
And then a few people got in touch, sort of saying, "Oh, this place might want a night, that place might want a night." And then Stu Napier got in touch, and Stu's sort of my oldest friend. I've known Stu since we were sort of 11 or 12.
Oh, I feel sorry for you on that one.
I can trust him. I don't advocate anybody else doing it, but I can rely on him and I can trust him. And he said, Clarence might be interested. They've got a room. Is it something you think we'd do? And I said, well, we'll go have a look. We went and had a look. We had a chat with the landlord, and he was dead keen. And said, yeah, we'll give it a go. And then the actual 10 of the best thing just came up. I like a night with lots of acts on.
Yeah.
Rather than, I mean, when you're paying to see somebody, you want to see them do the full act or whatever. But when it's a mixed night, I think plenty of acts on. Then if you don't like somebody, there'll be somebody else along in a few minutes who's maybe more your cup of tea. So I thought plan was 10 of the best, and I thought, well, I didn't want 10 acts and an MC because that makes it uneven. So the 10 is 9 acts and an MC. we have had a couple of months of 11, and I think 1 month of 9, but nobody's actually noticed that yet. So I don't tell them.
No, well, that's it. If they don't notice, they're just getting a night of comedy. So obviously you actually, along with Stu, as I say, to be honest with yourself, I didn't realise Stu was one of the sort of organisers with it, but I have seen before, obviously, on the groups where you've seen it where people have dropped out, and sort of your role is to effectively fill them spots. So how hard is it to actually book the comedians?
It was quite difficult when the first night we did, basically I just booked a load of people that I knew, and I asked them, I said, I'm doing this, will you come on? And they said, yeah. And then when we decided to do a second night, it got a bit harder. Basically, it's done on Facebook now, most things. You go on Facebook, put an ad out, I've got this night, does anybody want to come? And people respond. And then you just book them in. And then, like you say, people drop out, which I don't mind. It's, it's part of the business. I'm not paying them or anything. If they get a better offer, or if something happens and they don't want to come, it's fine. We did have one drop out once on Sunday afternoon because he said, I've just found out how far away it was. It's not moved since you said you were going to do it 2 months ago, but that was a bit annoying. But just generally, it's okay. And then you do sort of scrabble around a bit trying to fill it sometimes. Again, if I didn't call it 10 of the best, then I would just go, it's a night of comedy, and no one would notice. But there is supposed to be 10 on. We do try and have 10. So.
Well, that's it. It is one of them where you've sort of got to get the word out. You've got to have something that does sort of give people interest, really. I mean, if it was just comedy night, people would think just another thing going on. So for you personally, how many of these nights have you done? Sorry.
Well, this one on Sunday will be our 13th at 10 of the best, and then I've done a few others in other places. I run a night in Beverley as well, and I've done quite a few there now. So, but this will be the 13th and last one at the new Clarence this Sunday night. So.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd seen that's closing down, and obviously Sunday evening it's the one I'm in the lineup for. So just tell us, for the people who might not have an idea, just tell them what's going on Sunday.
So yeah, we started. It'll be 7:30 at the new Clarence. We have our regular 10 of the best comedy night. It's our final one, so there'll be, and also our first birthday. So it's a happy funeral or a sad party, whichever way you want to look at it. We have got some great acts on. Some of them I haven't seen before. Some of them are people. One of them is a good friend of mine. I've gigged with him loads, but he's doing something brand new, so I'm looking forward to that. We've got a good mix of acts on. Should be a good night, he says. Hopefully. Generally, I think we've had a couple of dodgy acts on over the year. I was one of them. I tried something new. It didn't work.
I was going to say, I suppose that's part and parcel of the game, and it sort of dying on your ass a little bit. It sort of comes with the territory, really. It's obviously you don't want it to happen, but it just does sometimes.
What you want to do is you want to be good, and everybody wants to be good and have some good stuff. But when you're playing something like this is where you can try something new and other stuff. When you're going out and if you're doing a gig somewhere and someone goes, well, there's a promoter in the audience, or someone says, oh, if you do well tonight, I'll book you on a Saturday night with my pro lineup. That's when you do your proper stuff that's good.
Yeah.
But these sort of nights, just you can come and have some fun. We've had people like Jed Salisbury comes on, try something new, because then you can, if it works, you can take it to Comedy Lounge in the next couple of weeks or something and do it there. Whereas if you try it at Comedy Lounge, it didn't work, it looks a bit bad. If you try it there and it didn't work, it's right, I'm not doing that again. Do something else, it's fine.
Well, that's it. I suppose that comes with experience as well. It's obviously I'm quite new to comedy, so for me it's just sort of finding my feet, finding a solid 10 minutes really. And like you say, sort of if anyone's watching who is looking at maybe getting into comedy or maybe looking at doing nights like these, what advice would you have for them?
Just do it. That is the one thing that you need to do is you do get people say, oh, I want to do comedy, I want to do it. Yeah, just do it. Once you've done it, you're a comedian. Now, it's as simple as that. There are nights out there, say I run a couple, there's a couple more that you can just go on and do and just once you've done it, once you've done it once, I think you would want to do it again. That is my general thing. Even if it doesn't go very well, you'll still go, yeah, I can do that better. I want to do it again. And if you want to run nights, again, it's not that difficult. You've got to, once you build a reputation and get people in, but most people in comedy are very, very nice. And if you just say to them, I'm running a comedy night, do you fancy coming? If they're free, most comedians will do anything for a microphone and an audience. It's absolutely fine. Our friends in West Yorkshire are having bigger West Yorkshire comedy wars at the moment, with people running nights next to somebody else's night and 2 days away from their night and stuff like that. But we're not like that over here. We're generally pretty supportive and stuff, and we'll go to other people's nights. I know Stu's at Night O'Neill's tonight, I think. I couldn't go because I've been at work. Stu doesn't have that problem. So.
But yeah, he did mention that today. I think it's called Comedy on Tap at O'Reilly's, isn't it, tonight?
Yes, that's right.
By the time of us recording this, it's irrelevant anyway because it's already started. But that is something I think they do quite frequently, isn't it?
They've done. Somebody called Darren ran one there early this year or last year, and Bob, who's running it tonight. Bob's on with us on Sunday, so you'll meet Bob if you've not met him. So he's running there tonight. It's his first time running it. He's been messaging me saying, "How do you cope with people dropping out and things like that?" It's like, yeah, it's part of the game, Bob. It's the way it goes. But yeah, there's nights out there. There's big teas in the a comedy night in a chip shop. That's great.
That's it. Like, it's something you can perform anywhere. It's like music, I suppose. If you've got a guitar and you've got the confidence to get up there and do it, I suppose you could just play your guitar anywhere and just have a sing song. Like you say, even if it's in a chippy, you can do it anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent. You get a good night out for people who come in. We do. It's roughly an hour and a half's worth of comedy if you add everybody up. And, generally they're free to get in, or there might be a small charge depending on some places.
But no, thanks for coming on and obviously having a chat with us about the comedy night. So as I said, just a reminder, if you are free on Sunday evening, 7:30 start at New Clarence Pub and Charles Street, is it?
Yes, I believe it is. Yeah, it's in town. Free parking all around there on a Sunday after 6 o'clock. So there's usually nothing on at the theatre, so shouldn't be any traffic or anything like that.
But yeah, so if you are free on Sunday evening, get yourself down, come and see some fantastic acts.
Yeah, it will be a good night, I promise.
Cheers for that, Mike. Appreciate that.
Cheers, Harry.
Don't forget to like, listen, and subscribe, guys.
You can find us on
Facebook,
YouTube,
and Spotify,
Twitter,
Instagram.